Welcome back to The Explainer. In this series, we're digging deep into some pretty complex topics, and today is no exception. All right, here we are, jumping into the next part of our series all about sniffing out radio frequency interference. Today, we're going to get our hands dirty and look at the essential tools of the trade. I mean, that's the big question, right? It's kind of like, how do you find a ghost in the machine? You've got these invisible signals messing with everything from your Wi-Fi to, super critical public safety systems. So how on earth do you track them down? Well, that's where the RFI Detective comes in, and today we are opening up their toolkit. We're going to take a look at the specialized antennas they use to hunt for what's called radio frequency interference, or RFI for short. Okay, so before we dive into all the cool gadgets, we've got to talk about the first rule of RFI hunting. And it's simple, but it's everything. Picking the right antenna for the job is absolutely 100% fundamental to getting it right. And here's the thing you have to remember. There's no magic wand here, no single perfect tool that does it all. It's just not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. A really good RFI detective, they know exactly which gadget to pull out of their bag, depending on the clue they're chasing. So let's grab our first tool from the kit. I like to call this one the close range sniffer. This is what you use when you need to get right up close and personal with a suspect. You've already narrowed it down to a general area, but now you need to find the exact source. And that tool is the loop antenna. The best way to think about this is like a bloodhound on a trail. See, every radio wave has two parts, an electric field that can travel really far and a magnetic field that's super strong right at the source. This little antenna is designed to sniff out that magnetic field, and that's exactly why it's so good at pinpointing things that are close by, like noisy power lines or some piece of electronics that's gone haywire. But what's really cool about the loop antenna is its big strength, close quarters investigation. Its ability to just ignore confusing signals bouncing all over the place, it's like a superpower. Especially if you're in a crowded city or a messy industrial park where signals are reflecting off of everything. The way you use it is pretty clever and, honestly, a little counterintuitive. You'd think you'd be listening for where the signal is the loudest, right? Nope. You actually hold it steady and rotate it, and you're listening for where the signal disappears completely. That quiet spot is called the null, and it points you in a direction that's perpendicular to the source, giving you this incredibly precise line to follow. Okay, but what if your suspect isn't just in the next room? What if it's across town? Well, that bloodhound isn't going to cut it. For that kind of distance, you need something with serious reach. You need a sniper. And that brings us to the log periodic antenna. This is the absolute gold standard for long-range directional work. It lets a detective aim with incredible precision, focusing all of its power in just one direction, like a high-powered scope. Where this antenna really shines is discrimination. Imagine you're in a spot with tons of different signals flying around. This thing lets you zero in on just the one you're hunting, and it ignores all that other background chatter. It's the perfect tool for picking the real culprit out of a crowded lineup. All right, last but not least, let's talk about the tool you grab the moment you arrive on the crime scene. Before you even think about bringing in the sniffer or the sniper, you need to get the lay of the land, right? A full overview. For that, you've got the discone antenna. Think of this as the detective's 360-degree surveillance system. Its job isn't to pinpoint anything, it's all about situational awareness. It just scans the entire area for any weird activity, from any direction, all at the same time. And you can kind of tell just by looking at it. That funny shape with the disc over a cone, that design is what allows it to hear signals equally well from all directions around it. So you don't have to aim it at all. You just set it up and listen. So yeah, its job is not to find the bad guy. Its job is just to tell the detective, hey, something weird is happening out there somewhere. It's basically the first alarm bell that gets the whole investigation rolling. So there you have it, the three main tools in the kit. The big question is, how does a detective know which one to pick for the job? Well, as you can probably guess, it all comes down to the situation. If you're just starting a case, totally fresh, you grab the discone, the scanner. If you've got a lead on a target that's far away, you bring out the log periodic, the sniper. And if you're pretty much right on top of the source and you just need to find the exact device causing all the trouble, that's a job for the loop, the sniffer. There's a quote in our source material that just sums it all up perfectly. It says that picking the right antenna is fundamental to success. And it's so true. Without the right tool, the detective is basically flying blind, just guessing in the dark, trying to find a ghost they can't even properly see or hear. Now that you know a little bit about the tools, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it?
What kind of unseen chatter, what invisible signals are flying around us right this very second, shaping the world and the technology we depend on every single day?